You know, Milford,
5.
if you were my dad, you'd be dead, okay? And you're not dead, so you're not my father. Well, my father's dead, see? So you're not him. And only my dad can tell me when I can drink and when I cannot drink. I mean, there's my father, and then there's the
I mean,
father that raised me. But he didn't tell me not to drink. He just beat the crap out of me because I was too hammered and I didn't care because I didn't feel anything. So you're not my dad, Milford. So I'm gonna drink if I want to drink. I'm old enough to drink now.
well, he laughs like that, and then he says,
However,
"Okay." And then,
however, you do have a point because I can barely taste what I'm drinking. So for all I know, that could be water, and that's not good because I
what's
don't
the?
want to get drunk on water. That is not a good thing.
See, I'm all right. What's the point of drinking if you can't taste what you're drinking?
Well, that's a good point, and I don't think I'm sober enough to, answer that question. If
Have
you
you got
ask
a
it to me
money pouch,
tomorrow
boy?
again,
I'm just
huh?
asking this out of game. Have you got a money pouch that I can see by any stretch of the imagination?
Yep. Oh, the all-seeing eye needs a break.
Yeah, I'm going to just go and check to see if I've got food upstairs and come
Okay.
back.
All right. I mean, I have a money pouch on me, but it's probably, you know, tucked under a shirt or something, not fully visible.
Okay.
But I
Okay.
think you've got in your line of work, you
My,
probably
what are we insinuating?
hey, sneak attack dude at level 1. There's only one class that does that, okay?
It's not so much a sneak attack as they unfortunately turn their backs on me.
hmm
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And
I prefer sneak attack to backstab because backstab was too situational. You
yeah,
had to be behind the enemy. Now at least it's as long as there's someone with them. You know.
well, you'll through this series of the game, you'll discover what we've changed about me. Because it was like Russell had just made it up for the game, so to speak, and then we realised, we haven't quite got it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We haven't quite got the person we should have.
Mm.
But we
Oh, so
learned that through the
are you
first
still
game.
so are you still a rogue or not?
I'm still a rogue.
Okay.
Still a rogue. Still the same old Milford, but with a little twist.
Mm.
Yeah. So, so I'm not trying to be your father. Honestly, I'm just looking after a friend.
Mm. Okay.
Do
Thank
you
you.
want? Do you want another drink?
Nah, you said I should stop. As a friend, I'll listen to you. I'll stop. I'll finish that one and that will be it.
Well, let's go for a walk somewhere.
Okay. I probably need to finish my drink. I don't think they let me go out with my drink.
Yeah. Don't tell me you haven't got a little uh something with alcohol in it on you.
Oh, no, I don't. I only drink in taverns.
Really?
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
when I'm on the road, I don't drink.
Russell, can I
Yes.
try my sleight of hand?
Yep. What are you going to do?
I'm gonna take his purse.
Oh, no.
Now,
Okay.
there's a reason. There's a reason.
Okay. I'm rolling for you right now. Oh, wow. Okay. Yes, you get a 21.
Is
Okay.
it just because I'm hammered? Is it my passive perception or is it perception with disadvantage?
I suppose it is against your. I was going to do it against your passive perception, but I suppose you could roll your perception with disadvantage.
And
Up to you. I mean, I'm okay either way.
yeah.
I don't think Milford's going to steal it from you permanently, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem.
I mean, passive perception, I would say passive. Passive is probably more, makes more sense because I'm not actually actively trying to be
Right.
careful about what's going on.
Exactly. You're not expecting it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I'd say you managed to steal his purse. You sneak your hand into his jacket and Nicker's purse.
You see, you've got to, as we're walking along, I say to you, you've got to pay attention to what's around you. Right, how many buildings can you see now?
The moment the one we're inside.
Okay, just the one we're inside, but
Yeah.
how many trees can you see?
One, and I pointed a massive tree in front of us.
You must be getting sober. Or maybe I shouldn't have said that.
Well, an hour ago, he probably could see 2 trees there.
But
Well-
you see, anybody could come along and steal your purse.
No, no one can, because it's right there, and I point where it is.
And it's not there.
Oh. It's probably in my room.
Probably in your room.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, buddy.
Where else would it be?
That's true. It, you know, you could have left it at the table back there.
Oh, shit. I get up and I go to the other table.
It's not there, remarkably. But there are now four dwarves sitting around that table playing cards.
Okay, I start crawling under the table, looking for my purse.
Hey, what are you doing down there? Get out from under there. Hey, just because you're
It's
I
all
left-
right. It's all
I
right.
left my pouch. I'm looking for my pouch.
Hey, that's
got
my,
my
I
money.
found it. I found
Oh,
it.
cool.
I found it.
I get out from under, probably hitting my head against the table, crawling over one of the dwarfs to just get back up.
you spilled my drink. I want another one.
Don't
I
worry,
point
my
at the
good
bar.
man.
Just ask them. They've got plenty. And I tap him on the shoulder and I walk away.
You're paying for it, lad.
Well, how about that? I turn towards him and I'm wobbling very visibly. How about that? If you tell me how many fingers I have in my hand and I show him my open hand, I will pay that drink for you.
He stands up and he walks right over to you. So his nose is right up in your face and you can smell his breath. And he says, how about I give you 5 more fingers in your face?
5, that's the number. Well done. And I clap him and I say, all right. And barman, 1 drink for this gentleman. He knows how to count.
All right.
And I tap him. I tap him on the shoulder, and I turn around and I just walk away from him.
All right. He goes away and he goes back and sits down. But you can tell they're talking about you.
Of course they do. I'm amazing.
Here's your money pouch.
Thank you. You are my savior. I take my money pouch.
Good. Well, I think we've done enough drinking here.
Oh, you know another place we can do some drinking? I'm game.
All right, there is a place. Come
What
on.
do you mean no more drinking for today? Because I think I've actually... No, I haven't had enough yet. Oh, yeah, you told me that as a friend that I should not drink so much. So you
Yes.
said you're my friend and I have to listen to my friends.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm done
that's
drinking
true.
for today.
Okay.
Unless you were lying to me, Milford. Were you lying to me, Milford?
Not lying to you. Does this face look
Inside
like a...
check. Inside check. Is he
then I
lying
take-
to me?
I
Is he lying to me? I'm drunk as hell. I want an inside check with disadvantage.
Very good then. Make an insight check with a disadvantage.
I cannot share, though. I cannot share the screen though at the moment.
Oh, crap. 1 moment, please. Sharing the screen. Now you can.
All right. Okay, insight disadvantage. 11. I still have +4.
Okay, 11 insight check. And this is against Barry's persuasion. Is that right?
Yep. I
So
think it
I'm
would
gonna
be.
roll
I
persuasion.
mean, unless he's lying to me.
Yep.
Oh, he gets a 16.
All right. Okay,
Unbelievable.
you're my friend, Milford. All right. No more drinking for today.
All right. Good.
But as soon as midnight rings, There we go again.
Okay. What would you like to see most of all in this city?
I have no idea what's in the city.
Really?
Your choice. It's my first time in this city.
Well,
Well,
technically your second time.
Second, I've been through this on my way to Graymoor. Okay. My second time through it. I mean, the first time I barely stayed a night, and then we're just, moving through.
Oh, it could be your
Okay.
first time. It is up to you. Although that was your contact that you visited earlier, right? So
Yeah. So
yeah.
I probably had to come through here at least once. Yeah. So
Yeah.
once before.
He steps out, and instead of putting his hood up because it's already up, he takes it down.
Okay.
He takes it down because it's hot. He takes it down.
As you step outside into the warm breeze of Vane Day.
Yeah.
All right. Actually, it's funnily enough, you're expecting it to be warm, but it's actually blowing a chill breeze.
So my hair moves
Oh, right.
with the breeze.
Falnan, make a perception check at disadvantage.
Advantage. Yeah. Perception disadvantage. Yeah, I don't see shit. 5.
Okay. All right.
Yep, you don't see shit.
I mean, unless it's very visible. I mean, 5 is like the lowest difficulty. So
No, it's not something that you're looking for, and that's for sure. So, okay.
Yeah.
But what you do notice is you almost get run over by an oxen and a cart that comes rushing past you, and the wheels woof past your face.
I turn towards the driver, and I say, "Ha ha! Miss me, son of a bitch!"
You see them look over their shoulder, like, and there's this little 4-year-old kid or something on the back going,
Yeah, miss me, and I do the same gesture, looking at him.
okay. Okay, so where
All right, I'm a bit too close to the ground here to actually, I don't think they see me when I'm walking.
Velman,
Get closer to the wall.
I slightly move you. I try to do it politely, Velman.
Yep.
The footpath is here. This is a footpath.
Yeah, I know what a footpath is.
Yeah.
Dwarves made footpath before your kind could even walk. All right?
My kind. My
Humans.
kind, indeed.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean,
All
no
right.
offense. It's just you guys are such young folks.
And what guys will we be?
Humans?
So, Falman, make another perception check at disadvantage. I'm assuming that you're looking at him while you're having this conversation.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Isn't it funny how the dice roll to the...
Whoa!
Okay.
18!
Now, at this point, you notice there's something funny about Milford Brixton that you've never noticed before. You've never actually seen his ears. But the wind is blowing, and his hair is getting sort of blown around his face, and he's not got human ears.
I lean towards him. Milford, your ears are weird.
Why
Were you
are
a
they?
naughty kid and your parents pulled on them too much and they got longer? You're a naughty kid, Milford. I knew it. They're really long, though.
So,
I grab his head with my hand, and I pull him down to me, and I turn his head, like you would look at a doll, and start looking at his ears really uncomfortably close, while breathing really like he can smell my heavy alcohol-loaded breath.
right.
Could you let go of my head, because I may not live much longer if you keep breathing in like you're doing. Just let go of my head.
If you pass out, I will do mouth to mouth to you.
Oh my
Trust
God!
me.
No!
Trust me. I keep looking for another 20, 30 seconds, and I let go of his head.
All right, you can make would it be a history check? or just a straight intelligence check.
Oh, I'm trained in history.
Yeah, I think it would be an intelligence check.
Oh, okay. Intelligence. Disadvantage, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so.
9. That's still 9.
9. That's a straight intelligence check. 9. Okay. Well, uh, he's some kind of elf.
Mm. So you're not human. So you know what?
Well,
My kind was making footpath before your kind.
excuse me.
Um,
I am half human, that is true, but I'm also an elf.
Yeah. Oh, you're half human.
Yes,
How does that? Oh, so you mean so? Which one? Your mommy or your daddy was human?
Daddy.
Ah. So your mommy was slumming it. Nice. Mhm.
Well, yes. I prefer not to think of my mother as slumming it, but okay, that's fine
Well,
too.
I don't know. From what I've seen, elves are a little bit more, uptight.
Uptight. Well, do you think I'm uptight?
Well, you're half human, dude.
Let's go to another inn. It might make you like
Nicer.
not ask so many questions.
Okay, Falnan, make another dex check at disadvantage.
Dex check. Disadvantage.
Yep, and I'm making a roll for you, Barry. Oh,
10.
oh. At that moment, Falnan, you're standing there holding his head, talking to him, when suddenly he just gets knocked out of your hands by a cart that's coming around the corner
Whoa.
and knocks you on your ass, Barry. You take 1 point of damage.
Okay.
I look at my hands. I'm like, Milford, where did you go? Milford, and I look up in the sky like, did he start flying or where the hell is he? I don't look down on the ground. I just look around and I try to find him.
Milford,
And I shout his name, Milford.
Milford, you notice there's a wet feeling on the front of your face there under your nose. You have a blood nose.
Oh, damn. I'm over there. Hang on. I'm over here.
Oh, there you are. Why are you on the ground? I thought I was the drunk one. And I help him up.
Let's put it this way. The wagon didn't fucking miss me.
I'm better at dodging wagons than you are, man. And I'm hammered. All right, so okay. So I look at him and I point at the ground and say, so, Milford, this is a footpath. This is where you want to be, right?
Really? Okay, thank you.
Well, I thought you were human and you knew, but because you're half human, then you half didn't know.
Yeah, well, okay. It makes some kind of strange sense to me what you're saying.
Well, I'm sure once I'm sober tomorrow, it will make a lot more sense to me anyway. So, what do you want to do? Why? By the way, you were already on the footpath. How the hell did that thing just ran you over? What the hell? I look around and I try to see if people are aiming at us or not. Because he was on the freaking footpath, and I'm like, what the hell just happened?
Well,
actually, I was slightly off the footpath because I had to move because you had my face.
So, Milford, at that moment, you see a familiar face coming around the corner. It's the young boy that you earlier sent to you remember Peter?
Yeah.
Peter comes running around the corner. This young boy comes running up to Milford, and he says, Sir, Mr. Brixton, you have to come now. Drazael Storgentherm wants to see you quickly. Something's happened.
Can I bring my friend?
It doesn't matter. Bring him, I suppose. He just wants to see you quickly.
You want to come with me?
Sure. Let's go.
Let's go.
All right. So you go rushing through the city, and it's going to take like 25 minutes to get where you're going.
No, it's going to take less than that.
Well, for you,
if
but
I
not for
use
him.
that French word.
The parkour. Yeah, but Falnan can't do that.
Can't he?
I've got a walking speed of 25, and I'm
Oh,
hammered.
yeah, okay. I go to parkour.
Yeah, when I see him doing that, I clap my hands and I cheer him.
And then I realize, I come back.
All right. So you like drop back down again off the
Yeah,
fence. and you're
yeah,
like,
yeah.
"Oh, okay.
Man, that was epic. Can you teach me to do that?
Probably not.
Okay, anyway, where are we going?
This way.
All right, I'm following you.
Okay. Well, you end up going down into one of the other. Actually, no, it'd still be in this part of the city. This particular walled city. There's a series of houses built on these steps that lead down to the rim, and about halfway down, you are in a very nice district. And there is this huge house that immediately Falnan, even though you're drunk, you can still tell it's got a certain amount of dwarven architecture built into it. In fact, there's a lot of dwarven elements to this building. It's basically a mansion. And from a metagame point of view, it kind of has a sort of Mediterranean kind of a sense about it, with
Nice.
pillars and archways. And when you're looking up at it from below, you can see it has these 3 tiers, and each of those tiers is a balcony out the front, and then there's the building, and then you just have this feeling that most of the house is actually underground.
I stop walking and I just start looking at it and running my hands along the carvings and stuff like that.
Okay.
You know, as a dwarf.
Falnan, this way.
Yeah, this looks good. And I start explaining to him about some stone cutting history as a racial trait. I got that. So I started talking to him about that.
Right.
And I'm not listening. Arrow slit.
Yep, you get to the arrow slit, and the door just opens this time.
Okay.
And there's this dwarf standing in the courtyard, and behind him is Jagar, Glass Eye.
This is Falnan, friend of mine.
Hello.
Where's the boss?
He's inside. You better go quickly.
Go. Well,
I try a high five to the dwarf when I see him. Hey! Put my hand up to get a high five.
You just hit air. Air.
Sorry, I was high fiving the wrong one of you. Say hi to your brothers, and I follow Milford.
Okay. So you go into this house, you go past this, there's a statue of Moradin outside.
Oh, I stop in front, I kneel down, and I sober up a teeny tiny bit.
Okay.
And then I stand back up.
You notice at the bottom of the statue is a large bowl full of coins.
Oh, what kind of coins? Like silver, gold, copper?
All kinds. All of them.
Okay.
But you
I
can
toss a gold.
You toss a gold coin. Okay.
Yeah, I'm removing a gold. By the way, how much am I removing from all of my libations?
Oh, right. Up to you. How much would you like to?
I'm not too sure how much it costs for drinks and so on, but I'll say probably 1 gold did get me nicely hammered in the shape I am right now.
I would say so. I mean, a gold piece is a lot of money in D&D world.
You know, in tiny things, plus the drink that I got the other guy, probably the room as well.
Yep.
That covers pretty much everything, at least for the day.
Yeah,
and
I
my
would
dinner,
say
probably.
a gold piece would probably cover you for 3 or 4 days, to be honest.
Okay, nice.
Yeah. Okay, I mean, unless you want to get really excessive. Yeah. I mean, I can look that shit up later if you really want to know.
No biggie. If it's a bit more, just let me know at some other time and I'll remove that extra gold or something like that.
All right, no
biggie.
worries.
I mean, at the moment, the money is important, but I'm loaded. I've got 37 gold. Yeah.
Wow, yeah, you are pretty rich right now.
Never been that rich before. That's why I gave a whole gold to Moradin.
Right. All right. So you go inside, and they take you through this corridor, and there's statues on the sides, and it's really expensive. Out of game, I mean, the meta of this house is basically this is like a really rich Hollywood mansion. It's a little bit too flash, but it's also kind of like a bunker at the same time. So you can smell food coming, you can smell beer in the distance, and you can hear music playing. And you can hear somebody getting their ass told off in a very broad dwarven accent. It's like,
Where the hell were you? And what were you doing at the time? Come on, what the hell's wrong with you people? Do I have to have Jaeger split all your skulls or what? Oh, Milford, get in here. Who's this?
This is a friend of mine that I was telling you about. One of my teammates.
You must be the dwarf Falnan. He did tell me about you. There's been a break-in here, Milford Brixton. Does this have anything to do with you?
No. I would tell you if anything like that was going to happen. Didn't I the first time?
aye. And you did come when I called, so I trust you.
So what happened?
Can I trust him?
You can trust him.
I look around. I don't say anything. I just look around. Is he a dwarf, the person talking?
He is a dwarf. For a dwarf, he's not like a big stocky dwarf. He's quite sort of tall for a dwarf. And he's got long black hair and a long black beard. And behind him is this other dwarf with red hair and a red beard and a big scar on his face. Yeah, true.
Not like me.
And one of his eyes is glass. And over his shoulder, he's carrying this rather large bearded battle axe.
Oh, okay. Well, I only have my warhammer with me, remember? I don't have my chainmail and my shield.
Right. But you've got your warhammer. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, a dwarf without his weapon. Duh.
All right.
I just look around, look at the dwarves.
All right.
I'm clearly, I'm wobbling a tiny bit.
I trust him with my life.
Over in the corner, Falnan, there is a halfling with a robe wrapped around him, looking a bit shady.
I squint hard, trying to look like the way you look at someone suspicious.
Right.
And I squint, and it's really visible that I'm looking at him like, who are you? Kind of the look on my face, like bad acting type thing.
Okay, sort of eyebrow acting.
Yeah. And the mouth, like, pursing my lips, like,
He actually skulks off out of the space. Now, by the way, you're on a balcony overlooking the lower quarter of the city, so you can see all the houses and all the fires and what have you. All of these houses are sort of built inside little walled areas too, so they're all compartmentalized, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I just did a 6 on my con save. I go to the side of the balcony and I hurl.
Oh, okay.
That's been a lot of walking, okay? And I almost got run over. Milford got run over. I go over the balcony and I just...
Well, you probably feel a bit better after that.
Yeah.
And
it helps me clear my head.
You see the red-headed dwarf just shake his head like...
Apart from that, he's great.
I didn't touch anyone with it.
Did we catch you at a wrong time, did we, Falnan?
No one caught me anywhere. Anyway, you were talking.
There's been a thief in my house, Brixton.
What was taken?
One of my most precious things. He looks over at Falnan. A dwarven artifact.
He had nothing to do with it. I was with him all night.
I'm sure it wasn't you. But it might have been your friend Hazeldrill.
You have other friend, Milford. You're popular.
Look, I can't say it wasn't Hazeldrill, but, he does his business. I do mine.
Mm-hmm.
What was taken?
All right, then. He stands up from the table and pushes aside the plate that's there. Falnan, you notice that there's a big keg of ale on the table, by the way, and a bunch of cups too.
I look at it. What time is it? I ask. What time is it?
I believe it's about 9 o'clock.
All right.
12.
I look longingly at the ale, and then I look away.
Ah, drink it if you must.
No, I promised Milford I wouldn't drink for today, so I wait until it's midnight. Until midnight, I can't drink. Milford said I can't drink, and he's my friend, so I don't drink.
All right.
Who is the name of your father, Falnan?
My father?
Who's your father?
Well, my father's dead.
But he has
So
a name, surely. What's your family name?
I don't know my family name.
You don't know your family name. You're a dwarf that does not know your family name. What a... Oh, dear.
Well, because I'm hammered, I'm probably not being very tight-lipped on that, unfortunately for me.
Mm.
Well, I was found with other children from the village where apparently we were, and we were all very young and infants, all of us.
So you're basically
Dwarf,
a gully
humans.
dwarf.
I have no idea what that is, but then I was raised in a temple and I say the name of the city. What was the name of that city?
The Banakaya.
Banakaya, and I was raised in Banakaya in a temple of Moradin.
I too was raised in Banakaya many years ago, probably before your time. Come with me.
I tell him the name of the temple where I was raised and the name of the father of the priest that actually raised all of us. Not all of us dwarves. There were some humans and variety of children.
He doesn't seem to know who that was, but
Mm.
that's not too surprising.
Yeah.
All right, he says, follow me then. I'll show you. And he takes you down a corridor back into the house, and the corridor leads into the actual ground, underground, because the house is on a hill, right? And so you go into the underground and then down some stairs and into this, you get to this this gate, which Milford, you've seen before.
Yep. Are you all right, Kez? Kez, are you all right? You just got to check on Kez. Keep going, yeah.
Okay, presumably he can't hear.
No, he just took his
Are you all right?
headset off.
I'm going to hold it for a second because he needs to
Yeah,
hear.
of course. Yeah, no problem.
Oh, I burnt my tongue by eating too fast.
Ooh.
Everything's okay. Yeah.
Excellent.
Oh, good, good.
Okay, so Milford, you've seen this gate before, and when Drazael presents his fist out to the gate, and you see the opal ring on his finger begin to glow, and then you see the lock begin to glow,
Yeah.
and they touch each other. He touches the gate with the ring, and then the door springs open, and it leads you into this underground chamber, and there's torches set up, and lamps, and you see all these alcoves in the corners and all of these artifacts inside this room. There must be at least 5 or 6 very prominent artifacts and a bunch of others that are less prominent, sitting on shelves and in boxes and stuff. And very clearly there is one in particular in the corner that is basically a display setting that's busted open and something is missing. That's this was the immovable rod.
Well, apparently it's movable now.
Ironic, isn't it?
Very.
And how someone got through this gate is beyond me.
I start walking around the room,
Okay.
just looking around in case I see anything, that's it's a bit out of the ordinary.
I'll look around too.
All right.
Look around too.
Falnan, make a constitution check.
All right. Constitution. 16.
Okay, you're starting to sober up now.
All right.
All right.
I start looking around in a thief sort of way, looking for thief stuff, looking for some kind of sign of how they did it.
Okay. All right. I'll give you an investigation check.
Yep. Yep.
Well, you see Okay, so first of all, the floor of the room. There's a mat on the floor, and you notice that some of the tassels around the edge of the mat have been shifted and are not brushed straight like the rest of them.
Mm,
And that is on the side closest to the door.
okay.
You notice that the cabinet has hinges on it, but the hinges don't look like they were touched. There was a lock on the front of that cabinet, but it's you examine the lock and it doesn't seem to have been scratched at all, as you would expect from lock picks.
Mm,
So you're really not sure how somebody broke in here.
Maybe someone teleported inside. Apparently, there's magic that allows you to just move like that, like bam, bam.
yeah, that's true. That's true. But I would imagine, looking at the head guy, I would imagine you've got something to protect against that, right?
Well, one would imagine so, wouldn't one? And he looks over at Jaeger, and Jaeger looks back at him.
So are you telling me yes?
I'm not telling you anything. No one would dare break in here. Who would have the gall?
One would, and apparently did break in
well,
here.
We can
Yes.
see that now, can't we?
Hey, here's the thing. Maybe no one broke in. Maybe they walked in because someone maybe has the key. One thing that I realized, is because we were in Graymoor and we did a fantastic job, but I can't tell you more. But the thing is, there was something about a lock, and someone made a lock. And it was a lock that could be opened from a distance. So if you have a lock on your door and you need a key to open it, what's to say that whoever made the key didn't get a copy of the key made at the same time or at a later date by the person who did your door? Boom! Mystery solved. I'm the best. Yeah.
Thank you.
Hmm.
Has anybody copied that ring at all?
Copied it? How do you copy it?
I mean, it
You
was
have to
made.
be-
Maybe someone made it again.
It would have to be the alchemist that made it in the first place.
Or someone that knew the formula.
Could it? You trust this alchemist, do you?
Not anymore.
Anymore.
I mean, I'm saying that, but I wasn't there, so I don't know. But if there is no hole and no one can teleport inside, then someone just opened the door.
The carpet tassels have been moved, so definitely there's been somebody here.
Well then, I do have a job for you.
For
Another? Because I just solved the crime. Yeah.
Until I have somebody with their head split open at my feet, you've done nothing.
all right, but
Any head? Because that's a bit indiscriminate.
I am quite indiscriminate. You best watch your tongue.
Felmore.
I start, just poking my tongue out and trying to look at it.
He grabs your tongue and he pulls your face towards him.
He said to look at my tongue.
I will
What?
take that tongue from your mouth if you keep talking. Do you understand?
I do a thumbs up. I don't say anything. I just do a thumbs up.
My lord, could we
That's-
get back to the subject at hand? Could you let his tongue go?
He does.
All right. Right. So
The name of the alchemist is Santaque Montearc.
that was my next question. Where does he live or hang out?
Long way away.
Evenglade. You'll have to go all the way to Evenglade to find him.
Evenglade. Is that within now, to my memory, Russell, is that within the city?
Nope. It's way out of the city. It's in another country.
What?
By the way, I look around And I try to see if there's anything else of great value, at least for me, from what I can perceive or what I can understand.
Right. Well, you're noticing there's a big fucking hammer with leather wrapped around it, and it's got Moradin's symbols on it and that kind of stuff. There's a shield that looks pretty awesome. These things have a kind of a magical glint about them. There's some scrolls in the corner. There's
How
some
many
flasks.
days? How many days would it take for us to get there?
It would take you several weeks.
Well,
no wonder I said what?
I put my hand up, like you're in the classroom and you want the teacher to give you permission to speak. I just put my hand up and look at him.
He nods.
So if someone went to, to really the huge effort of getting a double of the key or whatever, why take only one rod when there's those scrolls and all of those amazing items and artifacts? Why not just clear the place out?
Very good question.
I mean, that place you said, I've got no idea. So he's not in town. So how far away is that alchemist?
Hundreds of miles. Hundreds
of
That's
miles.
a lot of effort to go to take, no offense, just one rod when there's so many other things of value that they could have taken at the same time.
What is the rod used for?
It's an immovable rod.
How do you mean immovable? We know it can be moved.
It's about yay long.
Yes.
And when you twist one end of it, it fixes in place, in space, so that it cannot be moved. But if you twist it back again, it becomes movable.
What kind of effect will it have, noticeable effect will it have when it is activated?
It cannot be moved. It is physically impossible to move it. One can put it up here and hang from the ceiling. One could tie an elephant to it and hang an elephant from the ceiling. I even heard a story about how someone used them. This particular immovable rod was used to strangle an ogre.
Could you use that rod to stop a cart dead in its tracks, or
easily
a ship to go somewhere, something like that?
Easily.
Like an anchor?
Yes, easily, yes. You could hang 100 tons of rock from it.
Well, now I've never done things like that, so you guys seem to be talking about some kind of theft and so on. But I'm just thinking that someone needed the rod specifically. They came to your vault to get that object because it seems to be very, very peculiar and very unique. So they didn't steal it for its value. Otherwise, you'd be staring at an empty vault, right? I mean,
that's true.
So I guess it's about, because I don't know, I know only one person, two people, there 1, 2, 3, 4, I know like 5 people in this town. And because we came together, and there's that priest at the temple that I know, but that's about it. So I couldn't ask people questions about what the hell is going on. But I guess you could ask about the kind of, shady jobs or whatever that someone is looking for where such an item would be useful.
I may be able to find out some information from a person I know.
Hold on a second.
No worries.
Sorry. You guys
the
there?
all-seeing eye had to ask questions.
I may have find out more information from somebody I know.
I'm saying that, but I want you guys to keep in mind I'm half hammered still. So maybe what I'm saying makes no sense. So just sift through the crap I'm saying. I'm sorry. I didn't know. Milford, you should have told me where we're going because I think I'm not showing the best of myself and it's making me feel like a little bit self-conscious because no offense, good sir, but I'm usually not, I mean, at that time of the day, yeah, I'm hammered, but we just came back from Graymoor celebration and stuff because we did a good job. So again, I'm really sorry. I should stop talking. He's going to cut my tongue.
So you
I just
must be
shut
the
up.
cleric from Graymoor then. You're the cleric Milford was telling me about.
I just put a shy thumbs up, but I don't say a word.
Hmm. All right then.
Okay. I want to go and see my friend that hangs out at the inn.
I will pay you 100 gold each if you can locate the immovable rod and return it to me.
Okay. Give me time.
That's a lot of money.
I know.
That's a
Come on.
lot of beer.
I know. Come on, let's go. Let's get to work.
Yes.
If you do a good job, cleric, you can drink here at any time for free.
Hmm.
Oh, God.
I'd love that, but something tells me that there's strings attached.
Strings attached. Oh. All right.
We'd better get going.
All right, let's go, Milford.
After you.
Don't leave me. I have no idea where to go. I did not pay attention when we were walking towards here. I don't know the way out.
Oh, my God. This way.
And
All
I
right.
just follow Milford.
All right. Milford leads you back out.
I stay really close to Milford. I don't want him to leave me behind in that place.
Milford, do you take him through the front door, or do you go out through the back door, or do you go out through the other door?
We'll go. We came in the front. We'll go out the front. I don't want anybody to know about the back door, and I don't want anybody to know about the special door.
Okay.
Okay. So we take off, and I go and see. Oh, what's his name that I did the deals with? And
Millmore Glass.
yeah.
All right. All right then. So
Your
you-
friends are weird.
all right.
Yes, I know.
He wasn't weird. He was a dwarf. Come on. He just happened to be the Godfather dwarf.
He's drunk. He's drunk.
Yeah, I'm hammered. If I wasn't hammered, things would have gone really, really differently. But Falnan, it's actually in the background, that I sent you.
Oh yeah.
Like before we did that game.
I'm gonna look that up again and have another read of it because it's a bit hazy now.
Yeah, sorry. I tried to keep it fairly short though. It's like just over a page, no more than that.
Well, it was a
Filming.
couple of weeks ago now. That's all.
Yeah. That's true. That's true. It was a while ago.
I have to be fair. I didn't actually read it the second time. So did you email it to me,
Yeah. I mean, sorry, it's just one page.
Eric?
Either I emailed it to you or I sent it to you through Facebook. I know I sent you a copy of it through Discord. That I know.
Ah, okay. Maybe it was in Discord then. I haven't been checking Discord lately. Funnily enough. All right, I'll open up Discord. You guys can keep talking.
Okay, we are outside. We're on our way to, what was the name again?
Millmore Glass.
Millmore Glass. No, not Millmore.
Well, who are you
I mean,
talking about?
that's his one vice. He likes drinking.
The guy that I
Oh,
gave the money to
Hazeldrill.
Hazeldrill. Yep, Hazeldrill.
Okay.
Now listen, this guy's name is Hazeldrill. He doesn't put up with any shit,
Okay.
but he may be able to tell us who would take an immovable rod and what for. Of course,
All right.
it's going to cost me money, no doubt, because Hazeldrill is like that.
You sure you want me to go with you? Because I think I need to sober up a bit longer. Like
Just-
go to bed early.
Just, I probably need your help eventually.
Should we go back to the inn and I need to put my armor and grab my shield, or?
We'll do that. We'll get your armor and shield. I got to get my stuff too.
Okay, because if shit goes south, yeah, we kind of screwed.
hopefully Hazel will be at the very inn that where he frequents it sometime.
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
that would be nice.
yeah, that would be nice.
All right. So you go back to the inn, and you're progressively sobering up along the way to Falnan. That would make sense.
The fresh air.
And you every now and again, Falnan stops and does this enormous belch, kind of shuddering belch. All the windows and the whole.
How in God's name do you do that? We got to convert it to a weapon or something.
Yeah, but I don't drink when I'm on when I'm on a job.
I know. I noticed. It's only when you get to every inn in the place. Yeah.
Well, not always. I mean, that's special. Usually, I don't drink as much as I did there. Usually, but it's been a while since I had a chance. Plus, they didn't have any good brew in that tavern, so I only get hammered like that when it's not really, good quality stuff. If it was good quality stuff, I don't drink so much that I can't taste it anymore. I mean, what's the point of getting hammered if you can't enjoy the taste, right?
Yeah, absolutely. But you told me this evening that you couldn't taste what you were drinking.
Yeah, that's why I agreed with you when you said that I had to stop.
Okay.
And I should be clear by midnight and start drinking again, but then I probably will go to bed. Look, when I start drinking too much after a while, I don't know what I'm saying anymore.
I've noticed. Finally.
You're super lucky I still remember your name, Milford.
God, you do this character so well. All right. We get there.
All right, you get to the tavern.
Is he there?
Is he there? You can't see him.
Oh.
I look around to see if I can see him, but I've got no idea who I'm looking for.
Yeah, you're pretty sure you can see him.
Okay. Are the dwarves still there, by the way?
Two of them are. One
Okay.
of them's there. There's two of them are making out right now.
Oh, okay. Are they both male?
See there.
Yeah, they are.
There.
Why not?
There's an example right there of what you do.
Okay. All right. I turn towards Milford and I start kissing him.
Not me, you fool!
Oh, okay. Sorry. All right.
We're all
And that
for
was my-
diversity around here.
That was not my first kiss though. That was not my first kiss.
There was a donkey back in Nam.
Milford, you're lucky I did not belch in your mouth at that moment. I hold it back. I did hold it back.
Thank
All
you.
right. Is your friend around?
What's that?
I get up on a table.
Where's your friend?
You get
Very
up on a
quick.
table?
Yep.
I
Okay.
go get my armor. I go to my room and I go grab my my armor and my shield.
You might need that in a minute. Okay.
Get up on the table. Can I see him now?
One of the waitresses comes over to you and she says, "What are you doing? You can't stand on the table.
Have you seen Hazel?
He's not here."
Oh, he's not here. Okay. Gets down, you know.
Why didn't you just come and ask me in the first place? Don't stand on the table.
Don't be like that, sweetheart. I thought we were friends.
Where were you brought up anyway? In a pig swill?
Actually, in a forest.
In a forest?
Yeah.
You were brought up in a forest, Milford Brixton.
I'll see you later on. Go up and get my equipment.
All right. Shall I roll you a charisma check?
Yeah.
All right. Charisma. Oh, a mere 5. Never mind. She's not
No.
buying it.
She's not in a good mood with me at the
The
moment.
hook was baited, but the fish aren't biting.
Okay.
Maybe
been there-
because she thinks he's with me.
that actually that explains it. That,
If she saw the kiss, she's probably like, I'm not touching that mouth from a mile after I know what that dwarf has been drinking.
right, right. That's exactly
She's the
right.
one that brought it to me, so she knows exactly what I've been inhaling.
Perfect.
Okay, I'm coming up to get my stuff. Hi, what was it? What's your name again?
Falnan.
Falnan.
Falnan. Falnan.
Falnan.
Yep, that's it.
Falnan.
Yep.
Falnan.
I mean, I'm probably still putting my armor because I think a chainmail takes about 10 minutes to be put on.
Yeah, that's true. But you could walk downstairs while you're putting it on.
Well, I still have to carry my shield. I don't think I'd be able to carry my shield and put the armor on at the same time. That would not be very convenient.
That's
I'm
true.
in my room. I'm in my room putting my armor on.
Falnan, what are you doing?
I open my door and it's like, come in.
Thank you.
Well, I'm putting my armor on.
I've got all my equipment and stuff.
Okay. By the way, Barry, you must have purchased a new short bow.
I must have, because it would be stupid not to.
Mm-hmm.
Are not one always breakage of weapon?
Not necessarily. If I can think of something more creative to do to you.
Okay. It's just that if that's the case, it would be really unfortunate if the only weapon that a melee character has breaks.
Yeah,
A string of bad luck, and then suddenly it's like, oh shit, I don't have a weapon anymore.
right. That's true. It could be anything. Usually it'll be like, for example, what's his name? The new guy, Craig, he threw his battle axe. I think he rolled a 1 or something, didn't he? Oh no, that was different. That was a different thing. Yeah, but what you could drop your weapon. It'll either be a break or a drop.
Okay. It's just that sometimes I've got really bad luck, so.
Yeah, right. I was playing with Barry a couple of nights back, and he was the DM, and I rolled so many ones. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, let me tell you, that made me so happy.
I bet it did. Fucker.
Anyway,
And you didn't rub it in at all.
never
No.
falling out of trees and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, right. That's
Yeah,
right. I fell
yeah.
out of a tree. Yeah, I was trying to sneak up on someone in a tree, and I rolled a 1, and the branch snapped. Fuck. Okay, so you guys are in the room,
Okay.
and he's putting on his armor. You've got your bow and arrows and your other gear.
Yeah.
All right. Do you shut the door behind you, or are you just leaving the door open? Yep.
Shut the door behind
Shut the door.
me.
All right. So what does Milford Brixton see in your room?
There's just my backpack. I mean, there's my bed. There's probably a table with a chamber pot in the corner. I'm assuming a small a desk with or not a desk necessarily. I don't think there would be a desk in those rooms.
No.
So probably more like a side a piece of furniture with a jug and a small basin, you know, for morning ablution, stuff like that.
Yeah.
A window.
A small altar, perhaps, that you like a makeshift altar that you made up from your priest's pack.
No, I don't know if I have a makeshift.
Like not even a statue or something that you might have.
So I have a block of incense, candle, censer, holy symbol, vestment, alms box. Yeah, so I probably have a candle lit, a candle and the censer, and but neatly folded on the bed are my priestly vestments, clothes.
Right. Has he ever seen those before?
No, I've never worn them in front of anyone. I mean, I didn't have to in the past.
Right.
For the symbol, I actually have 2 types of symbol. I've got the holy symbol I can hold in my hand,
Okay.
but I also have my symbol drawn on my shield. So for spells, I can either hold the symbol in my hand or brandish the shield in front of me to use it, because that's 2 options that you have. I mean, the priests clerics have a lot of options to cast spells with the symbol. So I have it on my shield. I mean, it's Moradin, so He's not exactly the god of peace.
No, that's true. True that. True that. Okay.
So
that
I don't
takes-
actually hide that I'm a cleric of Moradin because the symbol is smack bang in the middle of my shield.
I know how to speed them up.
And your symbol is like a hammer and a fist or something, isn't it?
Oh, I actually don't know.
I'll look it up and then I'll share it on my screen so Barry can see it as well.
Thank you.
Falman.
Yep.
I know how to speed them up. Falman, we're going to have to go to another inn, okay?
Oh, do we move so we're not staying in this one?
No, he's not
Ah.
here. He's not here, so he'll be at this other one, definitely.
Yeah, but I mean, do we come back here to sleep tonight or
Oh,
no?
yes, of course we do. Yes, of
Okay,
course
so
we
I can
do.
leave my stuff in my room.
Okay, yeah, you can. Of course
Okay,
you
all right.
can.
All right. All goods then.
Yep. Okay, when you're ready.
Well, I'm ready. I put my armor on. I finished putting my armor on while you were talking to me.
This way.
All right, I follow you.
Okay, we
I
make
strap
for
my
the,
shield. I strap my shield on my arm.
we go for the other end.
So Barry, can you see this?
Some of them, yes.
Yep. Hang on, I'm making it bigger if I can. So yeah, the one over there is
Okay, so it's a shield with it's a hammer with an anvil
yeah.
with a
It
flame
could
on
be-
top of it.
It could be this one too if you
Yeah,
wanted.
yeah, I got it. I see it.
Yeah.
Yep.
That one looks nice. I like the variety of colors.
Yeah.
Which looks fairly neat for a symbol. Or can you go over the one that's one down and one to the left of the one you currently have selected
Like
in the
this one?
corner? One more under. Yeah, that one.
That one?
Can you click on that and see what it is?
Yep. Can you see that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that looks pretty nifty, actually.
Yep. Okay.
But it looks too.
It's a bit tricky to have that on your shield though. It's a
Yeah.
bit too complex for a shield emblem.
Yeah, probably would get too easily damaged and so on. So,
Yeah.
the one next to the guy, just above. No, yeah,
That one?
no, right,
That one?
under
That one.
that one. Oh, it's very small.
Yeah, it's quite small.
Yeah, no, it's too intricate in details to be on a shield. The
Yeah.
first one is actually colorful enough that it would be visible and recognizable from a distance.
Yeah.
And it has some details, but enough that it would work. And as a holy symbol, it's actually easy to hold it in my hand.
Right.
So I've got that as a holy symbol,
Right.
and I've got a copy of it like
What if your
carved on my shield.
What if your Warhammer has this carved on it too? Like actually it's built into the style of the Warhammer.
I don't know. The bit at the top could easily break off the flame part.
That's true. Yep.
So the symbol, basically the flaming anvil would be smaller in size to actually fit
Right.
on the side of the Warhammer.
Right, that would make sense.
And then that's what I would have. And so the Warhammer could be, but I probably have a smaller version of the symbol, so I don't have to brandish my Warhammer
right.
every time I have to practice to do something Moradin related. Otherwise, people are going to start freaking out.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Now that we have solved that.
Thank you.
All right then. So what are you guys going to do now? Did you say something about another inn?
Yes, the other end he frequents.
Oh, the other inn that he frequents. Okay. All right. So you're going to charge off over there. Is that the consensus?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to follow him. I'm going to follow Milford.
All right. So you head off out through the bar, and you are back out on the streets. I won't make you roll some dex checks to not get run over this time.
We stay on the sidewalk.
Okay. All right. And you go past a night market, and there's lanterns and people selling things, and they've got like stalls and tents and stuff, and there's a bunch of people everywhere. There's some dude walks past you carrying a huge roll of carpet on his shoulder. He looks like an ox. There's people selling horses over one side. There's all sorts of shit going on at the same time, and you can smell perfumes. You can smell food cooking. This seems to be going on all day and night. Like the market never really stops.
I take that chance to actually look around. I follow Milford carefully,
Yeah.
but at the same time, I also look around because this is the first time I'm actually visiting the place.
Right.
Even though we're not really visiting it. So.
Right, and this is also the biggest city in the world. So it's like visiting New York or something. It's huge.
Oh, okay. I'm probably already lost. I only have 10 intelligence.
Right.
I probably have no clue how to go back to my inn afterwards.
Right. Well, that's probably true. You probably would be lost if not for Milford at this point.
Yeah.
So eventually you get to this other inn, which is also a nice inn, but it's a very different kind of inn. It's much smaller. It's quieter. There's less people, inside. And you head in and, oh my. So immediately, Milford, you see Hazeldrill is in the inn, sitting at a table. There's a young man playing a lyre in the corner. He's playing this soft, somber notes, and the general clientele of this place is different to the last places. There's no dwarfs kissing. And yeah, it looks like a more upper class sort of an establishment than the last one, but it's also smaller and more boutique. So when you come in, there's somebody comes to you immediately at the door. How can we help you, sir?
I'd like to meet with Hazeldrill, please.
She nods over to one of her people, this young man, and he goes across to Hazeldrill, and they.
Excuse me, young lady. What time is it?
She says it's just past the 10th bell, sir.
Hear that? It's just past the 10th bell.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to drink for the rest of the day anyway. Or even past midnight. I'll wait until tomorrow.
Okay.
That dwarf dude that we met, I don't think I should cross him by getting hammered after he promised us 100 gold to do something for him. I mean, that's a lot of money.
So Hazeldrill stands as he realizes that you're here, and he turns to you and beckons you across.
Come over.
I follow.
Well, good evening, Milford Brixton.
Good evening.
Do you not enjoy these tones? Are they not the most dulcet tones you have heard in the last century?
They are beautiful.
And who is your friend?
Oh, this is Falnan. Falnan, this is Hazeldrill. The man to go to for all situations.
Good tidings to you.
And a pleasure to meet you. Please, do take a seat.
I don't see any dwarf around here. I hope it's not a problem for me to be here.
You don't know?
No, I ask that. I say it.
Oh, you say that?
I actually say it.
Ah, you jest.
I'm new to this town.
Indeed, you must be new, he says, and you can make an intelligence check to see whether or not you think he's being
sarcastic.
Not insight.
Oh yeah, insight. Yeah, good idea. Yeah.
Because I'm actually good in insight.
Yep.
Do I still have disadvantage?
I don't think so.
Okay, thank you. 14.
14. Okay. Yeah, you get the impression he's being a little bit kind of demeaning, but hard to tell.
Well, I at this point, I come from a large city, a dwarven one, but it's even bigger here, so it makes sense. Plus, it's his turf.
The other
and
thing
he's a friend of Milford, so I'm going to try not to piss him off or to be a dick because, well, he's a friend of, Milford knows him, and I want to alienate that guy.
Right. There is actually an argument that that Banakaya is bigger than Vane Gate, but the difference is that nobody can really verify it because Banakaya is entirely underground.
Yeah, I'm not going to do the argument because I probably have no clue. I'm too young to really know the truth either way.
Right. And you've probably never been around enough Banakaya even to tell anyway.
I mean, I have visited it quite a lot when I was younger because myself and the other orphans, we did get ourselves into a lot of trouble
Right.
around. But still, there were a lot of places where we never went. So yeah,
Right. Right. I mean, there's a lot
give
of
me a couple more
mines.
centuries and I'll
Right.
know.
Then you can have an opinion.
Yeah,
Okay. So he beckons. He suggests you sit at the table if you wish.
Yeah.
And
I
I
do.
do.
how
I do.
I wasn't expecting you so soon, Milford.
Did you have an outcome on the coin thing?
I do have an outcome, and the coins are in fact genuine. I'm most impressed. Most impressed. And I
Good.
thank you very much, and I will say that all of our past grievances are now forgot.
Thank you. I
Will you drink
need
with us? Servant, bring us some wine. The servant comes over and pours some wine.
Azildril. I need some information.
This is the finest elven wine from the Evenglade forest near the Lockhart Lake in Highbrook. You'll notice that the berries themselves can only be harvested during the certain summer season every 4 years.
I sigh so freaking loudly and I look at Milford with a begging look in my eyes.
Milford goes, he grabs the cup and he slides it over to his companion.
It's okay. You said I couldn't drink until the end of the day. It's okay if I have just one.
One.
I never had a chance to drink such a fine beverage.
Go
Just
at
one,
it,
I
my
promise.
friend. Yep, fine.
All
Go
right.
at it, my friend.
And I do what wine connoisseur do because
Right?
Falnan is actually really into all those things.
Okay.
And I look at it through the cup and I smell it.
Mm.
I turn it. I taste it slightly while breathing through the mouth while I drink it. That's the Frenchman in me talking here.
Right.
Doing all of the right things, and I really savor it and I take my time, and I'm just drinking it little by little.
It's in a crystal horn as well, with
Mm,
little stands on it. And it's fucking amazing.
Well, at least Milford's contact or friend
Mm.
or sponsor at least can see that I know my shit about it. I know what I'm doing.
Right.
I don't comment about it because I know I don't know enough to actually,
Have an
comment.
opinion. Yeah.
Yeah.
Much like the city.
Yeah, I mean, I'm discovering things. At the moment, I'm just amassing information and discovering things
Right.
and enjoying what I can enjoy.
Okay.
But my opinion is my own, and they don't need to know. If they don't like it, that's on them. If I like it, that's on me. There's
Right.
no point for me to spread
Well,
around and try to convince people of what I like.
how about
That's
you?
Fanon's mentality. That's his personality. He enjoys the fine wines and liquors and drinks, but he's not trying to convince anyone that he knows a lot. But
Yeah.
you can see when he's doing it, you can see that he knows what he's doing. He's not pretending. He's really enjoying it.
You notice that Hazeldrill has noticed that you like it. Like he can just you can tell when someone likes something,
Yeah.
because you're not really hiding the fact that you like it,
No, I'm
right?
not. I'm not. It's
It's
just
just
that I'm not
ah.
saying anything. I'm not
So
saying
you
anything.
so you like that, do you?
I have to admit, it's the first time I'm drinking it, and it is an extremely fine wine. Thank you.
Oh
Thank you. I
well.
don't think I'd have the chance to drink something like that anytime soon. Thank you.
Well, perhaps I will spare you a bottle of it then.
Oh, whoa, that would be whoa. Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Any friend of Milford Brixton is a friend of mine.
Thank you. I look at Milford sideways with a slight look of, what the hell is going on? Because the last friend he took me to threatened to cut my freaking tongue off. So, friend of Milford's tend to be dangerous. So
You met
that
one of
scares me.
Milford's. One of
No, no, no.
Milford's. Oh, you didn't say that.
No, I didn't say that. I look at
Oh.
him sideways, and that just to explain to you, the DM, why
Okay.
the reaction is what he
Right.
had. Is because the last friend of Milford he met.
Yeah.
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 So he's like, "What the hell? I'm not sure I want your friends to think I'm their friend too." There's a bit of uneasiness going on there.
I
Right.
need some information.
Oh. What sort of information do you need?
Do you know of anybody, please tell me it's not you, that may want to acquire an immovable rod?
An immovable what?
Rod.
Inside check when he's pretending or when he's saying a what, as if he didn't.
Okay. Make your insight check.
All right. Do I have advantage on it?
No.
Okay. I can still ask.
Jesus Christ. Oh,
7. Nope.
No, you can't tell.
I'm probably still at that moment when he has that. I was probably drinking the wine and just
Yeah.
enjoying it at that
Distracted by it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
moment. The fine
Milford,
beverage.
why don't
Probably
you
why
take
he
a
did
sip?
it.
Indeed.
No, thank you.
Milford, you insult me.
After business. After business, it was you that taught me never speak business and drink at the same time.
I taught you that? Wow.
Yes, remember
How
you said.
How
you
wise
said
of me.
it was. Now, do you know of anyone?
An immovable rod, you say?
Yes. Or do you know of anybody who might be interested in one?
Well, I could look into it, perhaps.
Could you look into it tonight and give me the answer tonight?
Tonight is a little soon, Milford. It's nearly
Please.
close to 10 or
Please,
possibly
my
late.
dear friend.
Milford, you do ask the most difficult things.
I know, but I come up with the goods in the end, don't I?
That's true. You do come up with the goods in the end. Those 13 Graymoor gold coins that you brought, well, where did you find them again?
Do I have any clue what the hell he's talking about?
You do, actually.
Because I know that when you went into that little alcove, I was actually keeping guard outside, so I didn't see any of those things.
No, that's true. You didn't see the gold in there, but you heard about the place of it being cursed. But you wouldn't be able to connect them, would you? Because you don't have enough information.
No.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I don't think I would be able to.
Thank God for that.
But out of game, Barry gave him these coins not knowing whether they're cursed or not.
So I was wondering if you could do this small thing for me. And perhaps I can do a favor for you some other time.
Oh. Well, I imagine you will be able to do a favor for me sooner than later. I have a number of things that need doing. But alas, nonetheless, looking into this, shall I? All
Yes.
right.
Yeah.
Well, perhaps you come back in an hour and I'll see if I have found anything.
Thank you.
All right. Would you like another glass? Perhaps you'd like to finish this one now that I've poured it for you, Milford.
What about that bottle you mentioned?
Ah, yes. Well, all right then.
I'll
tell you what. When you come back, I'll have the bottle for you.
Yes, that would probably be best because I don't think that's the kind of wine that would actually sit well just staying on my in my room at the inn and just staying there. So.
Well, there is good news. This is the purest elven wine you're likely to have in 100 years. So I suggest be careful with it, but nonetheless, it will leave you with a clear head, not a hangover.
Mm-hmm. Now I'll have a bit of that wine. I'll be sitting over there with my friend while you're busy doing your thing.
Well, on a scale of 1 to 10, as far as good wine goes, this is like a 9.5.
Ooh, nice.
It's whether or not you like fruity dessert wine, that's a separate question, but it's got a high quality alcohol in it. And it's almost magical.
I prefer beer. I do.
Oh, Milford, you have such low taste. Why do I let you into this place?
Not true. I have you as a ally. I mean, that must mean I have some taste.
Mm. Very well. Come back in an hour.
I will.
Now,
Thank you for your help.
be gone. You're
Okay.
welcome.
I was drinking slowly,
Hmm.
and so I don't just gulp what's left.
We
There's
can
very
all
little. I
a bit-
just I finish my drink the proper way. I put the glass down and I say thank you very much.
You're welcome. I look forward to seeing you again. You
now.
are now here. Milford is a man of taste, despite any of his own self-loathing feelings about being a dwarf. You are welcome here, dwarf or not.
Self-loathing. I look super confused at what the hell he's talking about.
Let us depart. Okay. Oh, I depart. Go out the door.
I follow you.
All right. You leave. You're out. You're in the street now.
Okay. Now I go away. The door of the inn, is it a swinging door?
It's a single door. It's like a door. It's like a proper
So I
door.
have to come through that door. I have to be seen.
Mm.
I will be seen as soon as I step through that door.
Yep.
Okay, we have two choices. We can hang around here, or we can go back to the other inn. What do you want to do, Falnan?
Honestly, I do not know. I have no idea how long it takes. It took us to come here. I was very confused by the whole.
Some girls come running past, laughing and giggling, and they give you a piece of paper as they run past, and they laugh and smile at you, and kind of bend forward and give you a bit of a flash.
Who, Milford or Falnan?
Both of you.
I look away.
Okay.
I don't stare.
The
43-year-old virgin.
It's a flyer for a brothel.
Mm.
From
From the place we were in?
What's that?
the place we were in, he said.
No, it's from a different
Oh,
place. This
okay.
is a big city, lots of brothels.
Oh, okay.
It's just a random event that just happened.
This is something you should keep in your pocket for future reference. All right?
Okay.
Well, you know, you can
It's printed on very nice parchment.
we can go there if you want. It's
No.
not. It's
Did they
not,
give us a paper each or just one for the two of us?
One for the two of you.
Well,
it's not
you
far
know
from
what,
here.
Milford.
Yes.
I take the paper from his hands and you know what? I think we should talk about something else. And I just put it inside my jacket, inside my armor. And I'm like, you know what, Milford? Let's not just talk about that. We've got other things to do. Okay, let's just focus on the matter at hand. And I keep it under my armor.
Okay.
But my father, when I was young, he.
How old does he look?
How old do you look, Barry? In human years, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, 30,
20,
25,
25 to 30 is what I was thinking. Yeah.
25 to 30.
You're still young, Milford.
I know, but let me tell you the story because it's really important to the whole situation we're in at the moment. You need to get laid. because you will be thinking about this all your days. When we're in battle, one day you're going to be distracted because an enemy is going to let her tits out in front of you, and that will distract you, and you will be dead. So we're doing this for the good of
If
you.
an enemy is spilling her tits out, as you say, I will be a gentleman and help her pack them back in, and she will be impressed by my chivalry, and she will be laying down her weapons, and that will be the end of it. Can we talk about another subject? I've got red beard, red hair, red face. Talk about something else. Let's just. So, should we stay here or should we go to the next to the other inn?
We might as well stay here.
All right, but
Across
we're not going to the brothel. I do not give the paper back. I keep it on my person.
across the street, there are people lining up to get into a play at a
There's a
theater.
play over there. It goes for about an hour and a half. I
Would it
know.
really be
I
that
know
long?
those people in that play.
Yeah, in fact,
Okay.
you've been inside that theater, Barry.
I hope the costume jewelry. Yeah, well, we won't speak about that. We'll just go and have a look at the play. How about that? I'll pay. No, you'll pay. You've got money. Have you ever been to a play?
No, no. Well, probably not.
Well, they give it.
No, but why would I pay for something that I don't know I'm going to enjoy? You're the one I want to go see the play. Why don't you pay?
You get drinks at intermission.
After the type of wine I just had, honestly, I don't want to. I don't want to sully my palate with, at least for the night, from just common drinks.
So you mean to tell me you want to sit
Plus-
in an inn all day and not drinking all night and not drink anything?
Well, I made a promise to you that I wouldn't drink, and you gave me permission to have one drink. I did. I'm not planning on breaking my promise and just getting hammered afterwards.
Milford, I'm going to make an intelligence check for you to see if you remember that there is a gambling den around the corner and down an alleyway.
Okay, go on.
Yeah, well, there is, in fact, a gambling den down the alleyway.
Oi, do you like to gamble?
I have money. I don't have a lot, and earlier I lost my coin pouch, and honestly, I don't want to gamble my money. I've got a lot of money. I don't want to gamble it.
Is there anything you do with your life apart from drink and beat things up?
Yes, I pray to Moradin and I slay werewolves.
That is true, but
And I heal people.
trust me to get caught with the saint of where did you say he came from?
The Banakaya.
Banakaya.
The Vanakaya. Trust me to get stuck with the saint of the Vanakaya.
Oh, I'm not a
The
saint.
Saint of the
Bull.
Banakaya. Oh, fuck yeah, that's going to stick.
I'm not a saint. It's just, look, we risked our lives to get that reward, and I saved my money for a long time. And if I have to give my money away, I'd rather give it to the poor that may need it as a donation.
You mean to tell me you're not going to spend that money on anything in particular but the poor?
That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that if I have to just throw my money
It's
away,
going to be
I
poor
may as
alcohol.
no. I mean, if I may,
If you want it,
if I were to just throw my money away, Milford,
yes.
I may as well just simply give it to the poor because it's not going to do me any good. Gambling my money away would be the same thing.
That's true, but you see, the poor
At least
people,
I would do some good by giving poor people the money, or I could even buy food and clothes and give it to them. Look, what we could do is go to a place and buy some warm covers and cloaks and walk around the poor area and hand those cloaks to the poor homeless that are probably suffering in this cold.
let's go. If you really want to do that, we'll go to the marketplace. All right?
Is it open this late? Wow.
Of course it is.
Quick note. Where are you guys standing right now? Just outside the tavern.
Yeah, on the side, just
All
on
right.
the side of it, talking
So-
about this.
All right.
And I'm making sure I'm not on the road because I keep losing points that way.
Okay, Barry, you notice that somebody, a short figure, goes through the door behind you into the tavern, but you didn't really see who it was.
Okay. Did you notice that?
Notice what?
Well, that answers my question. I go and have a peep through the door. My curiosity is
What are you doing?
Looks like a relatively short person has gone in. They seem to have gone directly over to Hazeldrill's table and is having a conversation with him, and he's leaning in, and you can only see his face, but you can see the back of the head of the other person.
Yeah.
And they're talking about something, and he's they look like they're quite intense. And Hazeldrill looks up at you through the door like,
What you doing?
Shut the door.
all right. Okay. So you're still on the street.
So,
I look around very casually. Like, if you want, I can make a performance check. But what I'm really trying to do is to see if I can see one of the two ladies, the shortest of the two ladies that wrote us the
Oh, they gave you the flyer.
yeah, the pamphlet that I have under my armor, next right over my heart at the moment. And so but I look around. I try to look casual, like pff, I don't care really. But I'm actually looking to see if I can see the short one.
can you roll to
Yeah.
see if I notice him looking around?
Yeah. Okay.
I'll
so
make a performance check then.
why is it a performance check, actually?
Because I'm pretending.
Oh, okay.
I mean, unless you want me to make a deception check. I mean, it's +2
Yeah,
anyway. It's just my
okay.
charisma.
Doesn't matter then. Go for it.
Yeah.
One of those two. Okay, so Barry, you're rolling at
I'll do a deception then.
perception. Oh,
10.
10. Okay. Perception.
That 20 was
Yeah.
close.
It was, wasn't it? I saw that. All right. Barry, yeah, you notice him doing this. And you do see the two women, but they're about 50, 60 feet up the street now, handing flyers out and talking to a couple of fellows up the street.
Do I connect the dots in my head?
What are the dots to connect here?
The dots that say he's kind of interested in one of those chicks.
Right. You get a 4, so no.
Okay, then I quite simply say, "What
Unless
you
you-
doing? What you
unless you-
doing?"
Oh, just looking around. I mean, we're just waiting. We're doing nothing else.
Do you want to go to the market and do what you said?
Yeah, let's go to the market, see if we can find some warm, cheap clothes or covers. Because if they're too expensive or if they're too nice looking, some people would probably either they would try to sell them or people would steal them from them. So we need something cheap and low quality, but warm enough.
This way.
I follow him.
All right. Well, he seems to know his way around the city, and he takes you to the night market. Let's see what sort of stuff there is. Oh, you guys find some really good stuff for this. That you find there's a man and his family selling blankets over on the far side of the market under a bridge.
Perfect.
Okay.
There's a lady selling chicken legs and claws for food.
Okay.
Next to
A
them.
bit of food. Yeah, well, I'm gonna get how much if I were to decide to spend 1 gold on cheap food, or not cheap, but like warm food,
Yeah.
and some blankets. So 1 gold on the food and 1 gold on the blankets. How many would I have?
Probably like 20 to 30, I would think.
Okay, so I would probably not go that much because I don't think we would find that many people. It's not like, there's a home for homeless people or a place for that.
Well, if you
That would be
Barry-
kind of too much.
Yeah, it's called a workhouse.
Yeah, Barry, you also know there is a poor quarters, but they're not in this part of town. You'd have to leave this part of the barriered city and go to one of the other big circles on the map.
Would it take me an hour?
Yeah, it would take about 40 minutes to get there.
I know the perfect place, but it's 40 minutes from here.
Yeah, let's walk. I buy those things. I spend 2 gold to get
Alright.
those things.
Okay.
I get
So-
them wrapped up and so on, and then
Now you
then
have a huge stack of blankets. Like there's this massive stack of blankets. Like it's like a block the size of a hay bale.
I mean, it's 1 gold for the clothes, and Or maybe I just spend 1 gold for the clothes and I don't buy the food because
I
in
tell you
40
what,
minutes it will get cold. Can we get the food closer to there? Can we buy some food closer to the?
Yeah, you could do that.
you could do that.
In
Okay,
fact,
fantastic.
Barry, you
Let's
know,
do
and
that then.
there's an inn over that side that will cook a bunch of broth, and if you pay them, they will even take it with you and give you something to
there-
serve it with.
There's an inn over this side.
Perfect. Let's do
Nag's
that.
Head
All right.
over
Let's
that
do that.
side.
All right.
What did you say
Okay.
it was called?
Nag's Head.
Mag's Head. All right, I'll write that
Nag.
down.
As
Nag.
in nag.
Yep. All right, I'm going to write that down. The Nag's Head.
World building.
Okay, right, the Nag's Head. So that they'll be able to help you there. Now, if you let me run back to how far is what do they call it? Where they keep the horses and mules and
The
stuff at?
stables. The stables.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could go back to the stables pretty quickly, especially seeing as you know the city the way you do, and you can jump and stuff over things.
Oh yeah, I'll use that
The
French word. Yep,
parkour.
parkour.
That's a
I'll
French
use
word, isn't it?
parkour.
It's actually an African, not kind. I mean, the original word was not French, but parkour. It's a French guy that actually invented it.
Ah, okay.
Okay, all
My
right.
ignorance comes to light.
So it got a K instead of a C
Ah,
to make the spelling of to make the word more hip and more cool for what actually it
right,
is.
right. I thought it was
Because
a
otherwise,
Q.
the parcours is more like the path in French. That's what it
Okay.
actually means.
Ah,
So
cool.
Okay, right.
All right.
You stay here with the equipment,
right, all right.
and I'll be back in a moment. And I do
All
the
right.
parkour
And
to
you
get
go
there.
off and you get you get the mule.
Yeah, I get my
Right.
meal.
So you come back with the mule about 15 minutes later.
What was
Yeah.
the name of the mule? Oh shit, I forgot.
Francis.
Francis. Right, I forgot about that. Forgot
He's
the
a,
name.
he's little bit pissed, but never mind. Because, well, I woke him up. Okay. Okay, I tie everything on and say thank you, Francis, and talk to the mule.
All right, you do that, and you turn up with the mule, and you load up the gear on the mule.
Yeah.
Right, you head over to the other part of the city.
Yep.
You visit the Nag's Head.
Yep.
And you deliver the blankets and the food to the poor.
Yeah.
And various people see you do this at various parts of the journey.
Yeah. All right. Happy? Are we?
Yes, I'm very happy. Thank you. See, at least we're doing something useful with the money instead of just throwing it away and putting it in the pocket of people that would be misusing it.
This is ruining my reputation.
What reputation are you talking about? What could be ruining your reputation?
No,
You're doing something nice. What kind of reputation do you have that it's ruined by doing something nice?
No.
Who are you, Milford? Seriously, what kind of person are you, Milford?
All right. Do me a favor.
I look at Francis and I'm like, Francis, tell me, what kind of person is Milford? All right, I know. I think I know what kind of spell I'm going to prepare overnight. Let's see. Known spell. Level 1.
I tell you what.
Oh, no, it's not a level 1 spell. Darn it.
I set you free from your promise. Start drinking anytime soon.
No. Like I said, I don't want to sully the fantastic taste of that wine that your friend actually shared with us. That was amazing.
Okay, on the way.
I've got a friend back home. She will be impressed that I actually managed to get to try that. She's an elf herself. And she did mention the wines like this.
Does she like half elves?
We never. Sorry.
Does she like half elves?
She's married.
Oh, that's not good. All right.
But she's married to a human, so I think she doesn't mind half elves. Her children are half elves. So,
Well. At least I'd be comfortable there.
well, she's a fantastic person. She's always been very nice.
Well, I can imagine that any friend of yours is pretty fantastic.
Well, you are one of my friends, and you're pretty fantastic. But if at one point you ever go back to my hometown, maybe I'll introduce you to her.
Aha! Oh, well, that'd be great. That'd be
But
great.
she's married.
Oh, God, what's this guy turning me into? God. That's
When
what
I
I'm
look
thinking.
away from him, and I've got my back turned to him,
Yep.
I've got a devious little smile of pride and of like mwahaha on my face with my back turned to him.
Okay. Excellent.
All right,
Excellent.
we get back to the inn.
Yep.
I tie up the donkey. Now, Francis, this could be a quick exit, so get ready. Get ready for a quick exit.
All right.
Okay, we'll go in now.
All right. 1 second. I'm just preparing myself for the scene. Does that sound ominous?
That does.
Yes.
I didn't like the sound of that at all.
Okay. So you go inside, and Hazeldrill is still at his table, but he's alone now.
Did we? However, we did hand out the blankets and the stuff, right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Okay,
And the,
that's me.
Yeah, of course, that came first.
and the
Okay.
soup and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
It took you a little bit more than an hour, though, to do all of that.
Okay,
At least
well,
he had more time to do his stuff.
I
That's-
don't want to seem desperate at any point.
Right.
Mm.
Well,
I look very proud of myself, though.
you have returned, as you said you would.
Mm-hmm.
Please do come, sit. More wine? Wine! Bring the wine. And there's another bottle of wine comes to the table.
Thank you.
And this one is for you, my newfound dwarven friend, Falnan. Yes? That's your
Yes,
name?
yes, it is my name. Yes.
Well then, in answer to your question, I have begun looking into the possibility of some potential thief. Well, is that what you told him?
Yeah.
Yep.
Somebody.
So you tell me again specifically what you told him. Like, I need to know exactly what you
I
said.
asked him if somebody had perhaps an interest in a staff of
Immovable
immovable
rod.
staff. Right. Someone
immovable-
was actually interested in it and acquiring it, or someone had acquired one.
Well, he says, I have inquired into the possibilities of such things, and at least now I know what an immovable rod is. It is in fact an elven artifact of great renown that is centuries old. I'm not sure if there are many copies of such a thing, but I understand a friend of yours has one. It wouldn't be him that's asking, would it? It would be a terrible shame if it was he that had his immovable rod stolen.
It would be.
Well,
I enjoy my drink and I shut the hell up. Because I don't have a good poker face. Another reason why I didn't want to go and
right.
gamble.
It would be.
It would be. Well, I have learned the following things. I know that an immovable rod is about 3 feet long, perhaps less. It is approximately 3 to 4 inches in diameter.
Mm-hmm.
The ones that have been recorded in history tend to be gold or silver in color, and often have a dragon's head or a lion's head at one end or the other. The head itself can be twisted, causing the artifact to activate, and in this case becoming immovable, as the name says. This is what I've learned so far. As to the possibility of anyone having interest in stealing such an item, I do not have any current leads, as it were, except to say that we do know who has had their rod stolen. Now that
And
you have admitted it.
and
Oh, so who had their road? So, oh, sorry, Milford. Can I ask a question to you, sir?
yes,
So you said you know who had their road stolen.
Yes, Milford admitted this moments ago.
Ah, all right.
now
I thought
I
someone else had a
I
road.
was going to be paid a certain amount for that, for the discovery. I will turn that certain amount over to you.
My,
Should
that is generous.
should you find out any more information than that?
Well, I will certainly continue looking into the subject. I have a lead. It's not exactly a lead, but I know a certain Mindral Zazoza, who is the only other person that I am aware of in the city that knows anything much about such types of items. She is an expert on artifacts, and particularly ancient elven artifacts. Now, I must highlight to you, Mr. Brixton, that elven artifacts are presently a very high, well, they're very sought after and in some cases illegal.
Where does she hang her hat or helmet or armor?
Mindral de Zoza is an alchemist, apothecary, and something of a wizard. She lives in the upper quarter, about 2 miles from here. She'll probably be in bed by now. I wouldn't think you should knock on her door presently. But perhaps tomorrow you should pay her a visit. She will often be found at the library during the day or at the markets, or you could simply knock on her door or her gate and see if they will let you in. She does have servants, and they might not be too, if they don't know you. However, I suppose if you were to tell them that I sent you, she might be more inclined to let you speak to her.
Have you been friends for a long time?
I shouldn't say that we are perfectly friends.
Do you know, you would have told me if you knew, but do you think you could find out if she has acquired a rod somehow?
Well, it would take me some time to do that. I can't go knocking on her door at near midnight and asking her if she knows anything about a random stranger who had their rod stolen.
I know that. I know it will take a bit longer, but could you do that?
At the same time, Milford, something just occurred to me.
Go ahead.
Do you think that's our current employer / your friend would appreciate that people know that he used to have one?
That's why I want my friend here to do the talking and not me.
May I ask you a favor? It's Drazael, correct?
Yes.
Sir Drazael, can I ask you a favor?
Oh, you're talking to... No, this is Hazadril.
Hazardrill. Sorry, I see the name Drazael in front of it. That's why.
Drazael is the dwarf that you met earlier.
Ah, okay.
At his
Hazardril.
house. Yeah, Hazardril, Drazael.
Okay, Hazardrill. Hang on, because in other possession, I've added an expensive bottle of pure elven wine.
Right.
Gifted to him by
Hazardril. Hazardril.
So H-A...
Hang on, I'm going to put it in chat for you.
Has a drill.
Drill. Yeah, basically.
Hazardrill.
Has a drill. Has a drill.
Has a drill or is a drill?
Now you're just making it complicated.
Has a drill. Okay, has a drill.
Yes.
Okay. Fantastic. So can I please ask you a small favor, please, Sir Azadriel?
You can always ask.
Thank you. It would be to keep the identity of the previous owner of that rod secret, because I'm pretty sure that if he were to reacquire it, he would not want people to know that he has such an item, especially if, as you said, it's supposed to be extremely rare and sought after kind of thing.
Yes, that seems like a wise course, doesn't it?
Because I'm trained in history, aren't I?
Yes.
So now that I know that it is, because earlier you told us about the humans and how they were given artifacts by the elves,
Yep.
and that the elves took them back, and that it created a lot of grief. This is not a dwarven artifact; it's an elven artifact owned by a dwarf in the largest human city. So Eric is having his mental antennas going like, oh shit, fuck. What the hell are we stepping into? Fallan is like, could it be one of such artifacts? And therefore, there's probably a lot of people looking for it.
Right.
And I don't want our names to be somehow linked to that shit, because what's going on? Should we say that to someone? What's the legal stuff behind it? Would the elf be super pissed as a dwarf that comes from a different city? Would that start making a shit show for, like, would I attract something? Basically, Fallen is so young and filled with stories about stuff that is like, oh, this does not look good.
Right.
On the other hand, Eric is like, that sounds like super dope shit. Yeah, that's going to be fun. We are so screwed. Milford, you and your friends, damn it.
Wait till Tuesday when we drag all our friends into it.
Yeah, well, at least it gives us, oh shit, I'm the slowest in the group. Oh no, there's the barbarian. Oh no, he's the barbarian. He's probably got a slightly higher speed.
Right.
Crap, I'm still the slowest, because when you make enemies, it's not about being the fastest. It's just not being the slowest. And I freaking am.
Right. Right. Well,
so I ask him if he can just keep the identity to himself.
It does seem to be a wise course of action, yes.
Thank you.
Now, do you have any more questions or requests?
Oh, personally, I do not, personally.
Well, I do have a job for you if you wish. If you're not busy with this current situation.
Milford? I mean, until you bring us more information, we actually cannot do anything. So
it's and out of game. It's also like very late as well in the night.
Would you mind if we were to reconvene at like tomorrow? It is getting quite late, and I'm afraid that I had a little bit too much to drink earlier tonight. And I think if I could sleep properly, it is getting quite late, and it would probably be in everyone's best interest to, to reconvene at a time to,
yes,
to have clear heads, if that's all right with you.
I too must retire. It is late. And Milford, you're looking tired yourself.
We're going back to the inn, our inn, to get some sleep.
Okay.
Oh, I don't think I want to go to this lady's place and try to get in myself, especially if she's a wizard. Not a good idea.
Could be a problem.
I don't know a thing about magic.
Right.
I'm going to depend on my friend.
Well, I don't know much about magic, like pure magic, but Althea seemed to know quite a lot about it. She was obviously trained, Althea.
The ranger?
Yeah.
No, Valis wasn't Althea. Oh, Althea was the ranger?
Yeah.
Oh, Valis then. Sorry, Valis.
You know, she's the one with the breasts.
Ha ha ha, Milford. When
Yeah.
he says that, I put my hand towards where I keep the parchment. Um,
Of your
well,
heart.
yep. Over my own breast.
Mm.
Look, Milford, I think Valis knew a thing or two about magic. So it might be worth it at some point to talk to him about that. However, I've got a bit of a concern here. He is an elf. So was Althea, and this is an elven artifact that was in possession of a dwarf, your friend. I'm not
Yeah.
too sure how they will react if we talk about taking that artifact and bringing it back to the dwarf, because they may basically say no, it belongs to the elves. So we may have a problem there.
Yeah, because he'll hunt us down and kill all of us.
Well, no, but I don't know if they're gonna be. Yeah, okay, let's bring that artifact back to the person that had it, or they might start wondering, so how did he get it? And well, I don't know how he got it, and I don't know if he was the keeper of the artifact or if he just was a collector. He seems to be quite the collector.
Quite the
So,
collector. Okay.
so I don't know.
Yes, yes. And his friend as well.
Exactly. So I do not know exactly what it is that how you want to proceed from there. I mean, he is your friend. I barely know him, and so I'd rather take your lead on that. It's either way, it doesn't bother me, but I think it's best if you're the one deciding how to proceed and who to involve. I mean, he is your friend. You know him, so
Basically, you are the one to blame if it goes wrong, is what he's saying.
I know what
well,
he's saying.
actually, no. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that I don't want to be making a decision that might end up hurting him and his friend or his friendship with that guy,
Right.
because I don't know more. That basically, I don't think I have the right to make a decision, to make a call about his friend, and that's all.
Yep.
If you want me to make the decision, Milford, if you want my opinion, I will give you my opinion. But I want
Okay.
it to be clear that in the end, it is your decision because
What's
that's
your
your friend.
opinion? What's your opinion?
My opinion is that we should ask Valis, Smelvet, and Althea for their help, because that seems to be quite big. Look, have you heard of the fact that um, centuries ago, maybe even more than that, the elves had given artifacts to the humans when they arrived here? Did you know that?
Yes, I knew that.
And then they took it back after they realized that the humans had changed and were starting to misuse said artifacts.
That's right. Yes.
I mean, Fallon is trained in history, so I'm putting all of that together from what you said before.
All right.
Yeah.
Felnan, do you want to make a history check?
Okay.
Hmm.
I guide myself. I took guidance for a reason.
Okay.
All right. So history, not
Oh,
20. So
wow.
that's 22 plus a D4,
Okay.
23.
Okay. So, tell you what, Felnan, you know that the greatest historical library in the world, outside of the Elven kingdoms, is in Vane Gate, and that
Hmm.
if you wanted to find records of the names of all of the artifacts that were both given and then taken away, there's probably a record of them in the library here. It would be. And I'm trying to think. I'm making this shit up as we go, basically. So
Yeah,
because
no worries.
it's all part of our world building exercise. Um, but in this, I'm trying to think who would run the library, and it would probably be like a council of wizards or something like that.
Or some monks. You could use the Cobalt Soul.
Right. Well, actually, the Daughters of Twilight would have a library.
Hmm.
Come
Oh
to think.
yes, from them as well, and they're They are actually like specific to your world, so that
Right.
makes a lot of sense.
Right, and they're established order. So,
Mhm.
okay, so you would know that the Daughters of Twilight had a
Or
library,
priests of Ayun, you could also go for.
right? Yep, yep, okay. So there might be more than one library that might have this information,
Mm.
as it turns out.
Well, I mentioned that to Milford. I think because those objects are of very high historical importance, there might be records in a library or another, actually, about them.
You would also know that the magic items, the artifacts in particular, each of them had a name.
Mm.
That would come from your history check, your natural
Mm.
20. And you don't think that this immovable the immovable rod is not the name of an artifact? Like, it just doesn't seem like it would be the name of
Yeah,
an artifact.
yeah. Not. It doesn't sound unique. It's more like the name of a standard item kind of
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Not standard, but like a magical rare item, but not artifacty, like
It's not like the
the
Morn
saint.
blade or something. Yeah,
Yeah, or something like, hang on, give me a second. Give
Excalibur.
me a second. Like the Saint of Banakaya's teeth.
Right. The teeth of the Saint of Panakaya.
Yeah. I
Because
mean,
we
that sounds like oh no, an even more rare item. The liver of the Saint of Banakaya.
right. Well, the genitalia.
One day you'll have one of those too. They'll be saying, "This is the liver of
You you'll be able to sell knuckle bones on the street and tell them that they belonged once to the Saint of Banakaya.
yes, yes, absolutely."
Well,
Saint Benekai.
unfortunately, Falnan would not do that himself because he is not a con man.
But I would. Fallon, I would, you're so saintly that one day you will be one. So I'll make a deal with you now. Can I sell bits of you?
What?
Can
What are
I
you
sell
talking
bits
about?
of you?
Sell off his armor, every scale off his scale mail.
I mean, what I'm saying is, you're so good, they're going to make you a saint someday. So I'm just saying that, you know how you were saying that
All right.
you'd like to give to the poor? Maybe I can give bits of you to the poor.
You know what, Milford? I do appreciate the sentiment, but what you just said to me made me realize an even greater truth.
What's that?
We need to sleep.
Okay, we're on our way. We're on a, look, there it is, right over there.
All right.
Yep.
Oh, no, that's not it actually. It's a little bit down there around the corner. Okay.
You're sure? I hope we didn't get lost because I
No,
have no idea where
No,
we are.
I know where I'm going. I know where I'm going. Oh, Francis. Yeah, you go to the inn. I've got to take Francis back to the
Stable.
stables.
Okay,
All right.
where's the inn? Do I see the inn?
You're taking him close enough to the inn that he can see it, I assume.
Yep.
All right.
Okay,
All
I
right.
go to the inn and then I go to my room.
Okay.
I do a small ritual, light up a little bit of incense because I got a few sticks of incense.
It is the
Not
ritual
fully.
of the sun at midnight.
Okay. I will ride Francis back to the stables, tuck
Okay.
him in for the night, and use Rora Cora, whatever they call it,
Parkour.
hardcore to come back.
All right. So you're going to jump and do all the
Yep.
jumpy
Yep.
dexterity, acrobatic stuff.
It's a way to keep it up, so I
Right.
can.
So you keep fit. And
Yeah.
now that we know that you're a half elf, you've got night vision, so you don't trip over every stray cat.
No, I don't trip over every stray cat.
All right.
Okay, and I go back to the inn.
All right. Well, he's in bed apparently, so you don't find him there. So you can only assume that his door is shut.
Thank goodness.
Depending on how long it took, there might be some light underneath if I'm still doing my small ritual.
Yeah.
Or
true.
if it's a bit later, then no, I'm definitely lights is off and I'm definitely trying to fall asleep.
Well, depending on whether you still want to stick to your 9:30 curfew or if you want to go to 10.
No, I definitely need the 9:30 because I actually need to finish to prepare the food properly.
All right.
And I need to prepare a couple of things. It's just that at 10 I need to be, because the guy at the gym said I need at least 7 hours of sleep
Yeah.
to for my muscles to repair the tear that I do during the training.
Right. You traumatize the muscles so that they
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
they need to rest, and I need at least 7 hours of sleep for that.
Yeah.
And I wake up at about 5 every morning, so I'm afraid I don't really have much choice. At the same time, I think we are at a point where we might be able to bring in the others, because that was my suggestion.
Yeah.
I mean, I did that as Eric because I thought that would be a good a justification to actually bring them in without,
Mm.
you know, I just wanted to at least float that idea at one point before we stop for the day,
All right.
so that it's not something that we have to argue
Well,
over or wonder how do we include them. So
if you want to, you can go to the library or you can visit the wizard in the morning before the end of this session if you want to, or you can leave that to the game.
well, we've got like 15 minutes left, so
Right.
I don't know how much time. I mean, we could go. I would rather go to the library first to at least have more information
All right.
before actually going to talk to the wizard. We don't even know if the wizard is involved or not, actually.
Right.
So
No, we
talking to
got.
the wizard might actually be problematic if we talk to the wizard,
Right.
because then we would tell the wizard something that's maybe they didn't know it, that now they're going to be in our way.
Correct. That's
I
true.
thought your friend Hazardrill was the one that was going to try to find some information from the wizard, wasn't it?
He is. He is.
Okay. So I don't think we should, cross our wires with Hazardrill.
No.
Steer clear of the wizard.
Yeah.
All right.
That's,
So shall we say that in the morning you wake up and you gather your things and you go to the library then?
Yes.
Okay. So you're basically going to do some research.
yeah.
Should we
Yes.
make some arcana checks then?
Okay.
Okay. I do guidance.
Because then at the start of the game, we can fill the guys in on more stuff.
Yeah,
Mhm.
right. Okay, so Barry's going to get a guidance as well, or just is it just?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, if it's possible, if I can do it on more than one person.
I think you can. It's
I mean,
it's a cantrip,
it's
right?
yeah, it's a cantrip. It's just that it lasts for 1 minute.
A willing creature.
It's just, can I do it to more than one person if we're doing the thing is sometimes if it's for a long so I'm basing that from what I've seen Mercer do and other players talk about.
Yeah.
If it's like a long term something that takes time,
Yeah.
then guidance doesn't really work,
Right.
because it's it's a long
Yeah,
long
right.
thing. It's not just something you do within a minute.
Yeah, right.
Like you spend half an hour to do some research, and
I mean,
so
what you could
it's
do is you
the
could
result.
gather all the books together that you think might be useful, and then you could use
Mm.
guidance in order to select the best books.
Yeah, I could try that. So I mean, I'm not trained in Arcana, but in history, so I would probably go for something like that.
Okay.
But
So you could use a history check. Yeah, that works.
okay, so history 18
Right.
plus d4, another one, so 19.
19. Excellent. Okay, so I'm going to roll. What would it be for Barry? Also a history check, I suppose. Well, actually, no, you can use investigation because you're reading.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm reading.
Oh. And he's got guidance as well, which is another 4.
I mean, it's a d4, so
Yeah.
hopefully it's a 4.
It was a 4, so he gets.
Nice.
Actually, he gets 10 altogether. So, yeah, he pretty much, you find Barry. You find the basic information that you pretty much already know, and you discover a list of names of the artifacts that were given to each of the tribes, the original human tribes of Muldrea, and each of those artifacts does indeed have a proper name, like the Tear of Sorrow or the Tear of Sehanin, for example, is one such artifact. And apparently it's a blade that when you fight with it, it it's extremely devastating and allows you to kill multiple enemies at once, but you also spend the entire time just as the moment you hold it, you just start crying.
Okay.
And the
Okay.
last
Not
move,
ideal.
no, but it fills the user with sorrow because they're, you know, causing all this death.
Yep. Yep.
So that's like an example. So yeah, you're pretty sure this immovable rod is not an artifact. However,
Okay.
what you can also discover, what you discover, Falnan, you've probably already. I'd be surprised if you haven't seen this, but you can show it to Milford. One moment, please. I have to look it up. What the hell just happened?
What?
Hang on. Just bringing it up now. Okay, now share my screen. So there's a picture in one of the books, and this is what you find, Falnan.
That does look like a rod.
So
Yeah.
this is, yeah, and apparently there are like 22 of these that were made by the elves centuries and centuries ago under the name of a particular wizard. His name was Makeda Ra'ash.
Makeda Darash.
Ra'ash, yeah.
Barash.
Yeah.
Almost makes you
They've
wonder.
got horses on each end.
Yeah, this one does, yeah. And each of the movable rods that was made has different animal emblems.
Do the animal emblems apply to the effectiveness of what it's supposed to? Like, is that one only going to stop horses or?
No, they're all identical in terms of their power as far as you
So
can.
they are immovable rods.
They are literally, there's, what did I say? 22 immovable
22.
rods.
Yeah.
Originally, there were 22. They're probably less now. Some of them might have been destroyed.
Do they have something specific, like a purpose? Like used together, they were a key, or they were able to hold a castle afloat, or something like that?
Yeah, you could make a ladder out of them.
Okay.
And what you could do is you climb to the bottom and release the bottom one and carry it all the way up to the top, right? And you just keep making the ladder. So you basically have a ladder that will go forever into the sky. So you just place one here, and then you place the next one, and you place the next one, and you keep placing them, and then you start climbing until you're on top of it, and then remove the bottom one, take it to the top, put that up, and just continue replacing, the ladder. But that's not the only use. I mean, there's people have come up.
You could even make a bed up in the sky, 500 feet up in the sky. You make your little bed.
Yeah, sure. They're extremely useful for climbing. I mean, that's the most obvious thing. But also, stopping anything, or if you need anything. I mean, if you wanted to tie your horse up and you're standing in the middle of a desert, there you go. Perfect. So you can put it this way, or you can put it that way. It can work either way. However you put it, however you're holding it, when you turn that lever, it just stays there. It floats there. It just hovers in the air and will not move.
Yeah.
And when the head is turned, it becomes basically indestructible. But when the head is but if the head is not turned, then the magic field is gone. So it's not protected.
Hmm. Very useful item.
Is there a thieves guild?
Is there a thieves guild? Yeah, it's not called a guild though, but there is a loose association of dodgy characters.